Well, hi, I'm back. Surprise, surprise. I not only came back the same night, I went to the gym in between, and I haven't even edited that first video I did, but I'm going to. Uh, Let me see if I can stick this back behind my neck a little further or something. I don't know what's going on with it. I can't see it because I can't see the camera. But anyway, let's try something here and see if we can get it half straight, or when I edit it, it'll drive me crazy. So, a little teeny tiny hoodie on the back. Yeah, it's my shirt from Florida, Naples. That's where my granddaughter lives. Maybe that's why I got one with the name on it, so I know where I went and where I wanted to go again. I have to start writing it on my fingers like Sarah Palin. Things keep going. It's not fun getting old, but I'm not ready for the alternative. So I want to say hi to everybody out there, and thank you for hanging in there with me. And thank you for everything. And if anybody wants a personal reading, it's LynnTarotReadings at gmail.com. LynnTarotReadings at gmail.com. And I I love doing them. Get a big kick out of them. And I had questions left. So I promised myself I'd come back tomorrow. And then after going to the gym, I felt so good because I don't like run. I'm too old for that. I just walk and push weights with my legs and do where you squeeze your thighs in and push them out, and the bicycle. So I didn't do too much because I know me. I didn't want to overdo it because I want to start going every day, and if I overdo it and hurt myself, then that'd give me an excuse not to go, and I didn't want any excuses not to go. Had that all figured out up there. So anyway, I hope you're all doing fine. I'm thinking about trying a live video. A lot of people don't like them. I'm going to have to put the camera a lot closer to me, but it's not like nobody knows I'm old, so I don't have to worry that much about how I look. So anyway, um, thought I lost my phone. The only thing I took was my keys and my phone because if I go the back way, the gym's only less than a half mile from me. And so I thought, don't even take your purse or your license. Don't take nothing like that. Just grab your keys because I got my little deal for the gym on it. And grab your keys and take your phone and go. And then I had my phone in my pocket. And the minute I got in the car, I laid it in the seat to make sure that it didn't fall down between the seats. And I heard it beeping a couple of times on the way down there. So I knew it was in the car. But when I went to get out, it had gotten underneath the envelope I had laying in the seat next to me. And I thought it had fell down between the seats. So I spent 10 minutes looking for it, went ahead and went in because I didn't want him closing it before I got in there to do what I needed to do. I thought, it's in that car, you heard it. And then I came out and I had somebody helping me look for it, and they said, why don't I call it? And sure enough, it was right in the seat next to me. Why do people... I don't know why I always panic. If I just slow down and pick that up and look. So I need to tell myself, just take a deep breath. Everything's in control. And that's kind of a good lesson for life, We can only live in the now. Don't panic. Just take a deep breath and ask myself again, am I really that stupid? Look. God. Anyway, I had some more questions from some more people from the last video I put out, and I didn't get through, and I promised everybody I would do their deal. And Tiffany Powers wanted to know when if this inflation was gonna level off, and if they were going to stop the price gouging. I know if I do one on corporate America, it's going to show how evil they are. So how would I ask that question? That's what's got, I don't know. How would I ask that question? Feels like I got the light in my eye here. So, um, So let's just see if we can follow inflation for the next 6 months and see if it's going to slow down. Maybe it'll show something. Just inflation by itself. And it's not because we need to pull the purse strings in. It's because we need to give everybody a raise and get rid of student loan and get money circulating is what causes inflation. It's not because people are so rich they don't want to go to work. I can't believe these freaking Congress people up there trying to say the reason nobody wants to work, or oh God, nobody wants to work because they're tired of working for slave wages and being treated like slaves. They'd start paying them and giving them vacations like they do in Europe and other countries. I think they'd be amazed how quick that things quit getting inflated. Anyway, so let's see. How's inflation going to go? Not inflation. Almost sounds like something sexy. Inflation. I'm trying to figure out how to picture this in my mind to follow it when it starts out. Just follow how it's going to go the next 6 months. That's what I'll do. Just how is it going to go the next 6 months? I'm going to start shuffling these from the top sometimes so I can see what's... Inflation for the next 6 months. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it taking a trip? And you know the corporations are going to gouge us to death. The price gouging. They want to know about inflation and price gouging. That'd be in the same deal. They got away with it during the pandemic. They figured out, I mean, you can't even there's no waitresses or waiters at the airport at all. There'll be 10,000 people there. And you sit down in a booth and order your food on a phone. And if you don't know how to use the app, they've got one person that'll come in there and help you. But that's what I told my daughter. I said, when did it get where I guess if I fly back to Florida on my own, because I'm not that good with phone apps and electronics and stuff, I guess I'll have to pack a freaking lunch to ride an airplane. I can't believe it. It's unreal. It is just totally unreal, the things where they've cut on help, and it worked through. They did that because of the pandemic. And now that it's over, they're not, it worked. They made more money. They didn't have to pay anybody. People are in a position where they have to eat. So why hire anybody and have to pay them? And maybe, I don't know. It's just a cluster F out there. Aren't you proud of me? I didn't say it. Feels like I got a tooth loose. I hope not. I mean, not in my gum, but I got a cap on them. I'm capped in the front. Anyway, let's see. Inflation. Is it for the next 6 months? Let's see. Or it don't have to be 6 months. I'm not putting... Now I don't even know where I cut them out. Inflation for the next 6 months. Inflation for the next year. Just inflation period. Where's it going? Where's it going? Where's it going? One more time. Well, maybe we'll get some control over it. That's what's on the bottom. Could get some control over it. Don't forget, if you want a personal reading, it's lynntarotreadings@gmail.com. Put your phone number in there. I just cleaned out every email that I had in all of them. They're gone. I cleaned them out. I'm going to be looking for some of them, I'm sure. But anyway, anything that you write, I'm not going to miss. I got so many advertisements that comes up on there. Half the time I can't find the stuff I need to find. I should have put them under I have two different accounts, but I almost have everything on Lynn Tarot now, and everything comes up on that other, whatever. It's a mess. So let's see, inflation. What's going to happen to inflation? Well, we have the town crier here for the signifier in this reading, and I'm thinking there's going to be some news coming out about price gouging and just what was going on. But even when it comes out, they put it just for 3 minutes on major news. And people don't even hear about it, in the political. I don't know what they do on regular news. I don't watch regular news. I watch political news because I don't have time to watch any regular news. But I got a feeling that, we might hear a mention of this. This might come out in the media because it would be political news, part of political news. And so there is information coming out about this. People are going to hear about this more. About the millions of dollars that people made during this pandemic. Set and pretty. They wouldn't let them get away with that. Truman and even Eisenhower went back and checked these companies out that made money, war profiteering, and made them pay the money back. Made them give it back to who they got it from, or either they couldn't give it all back to they made them give it to different things that, like different, maybe not charities, but projects that needed to be rebuilt and stuff and done after the war. So anyway, it definitely wasn't no accident. Once it started, it was so easy. It was just like part of their plan. Let's see what else we can add to this. And I kind of read about this. This is almost the same thing as that other question where I said Kushner was in on that. But that was more about profiteering during the pandemic, and this is more about inflation. Yeah, it's going pretty strong. Doesn't look like anybody put the brakes on it. It's just so easy for them to make more money. It could be stopped if we had a Senate and a House that worked together and they wanted to work on this, and Congress, besides just cutting the poor people down to where they're just can't even keep a roof over their head. I still think because of having this page of wands here that somebody's going to be finding out about this. I don't think maybe you can't separate this stuff. This is maybe still part of the pandemic since I got this Republican card up here in the near future. And it could be that this is just going to get better. Sometimes this is just a family card for getting better. Let's see what comes out around it. Well, I don't think raising interest is going to help that much, but here's the government getting involved. So the government's going to step in and do a few more other things. What they need to do is that's what I wanted to talk about. I wonder what I did with that paperwork. I was writing down things I wanted to talk about for a long time. I wanted to talk about child poverty. How it's went up 17% in 1 month. Since they took the where you get money for the children. I can't believe our government. I can't believe the weak ass Democrats. And I've always been a Democrat, and it just tears me up. They're scared to death to give anybody a penny. They act like it's coming right out of their frickin' pockets. And but then when they go to campaign, they always say they're for all this stuff. And then even if they get it passed, even when they're supposed to be in charge, they let the Republicans unpass it. It's just ridiculous. The child tax credits, whatever, child something credit. Anyway, it's ridiculous. So here, let's get off my soapbox and go back to this. This is inflation. The government is going to get involved. But what they're going to try to do is pull money back, and that's the last thing they should be doing. And it's going to really be hard on people. It's going to be harder than it is right now. This isn't looking good. Until something changes, till we get rid of something. What is it we need to get rid of? We need to get rid of low wages and high prices for housing, and everything else is what we need to get rid of. But it looks like it's going away. Be a lot of fighting over how to get it to go away. And then we got the King of Swords here. Who in the hell's that? I think that's what the Republicans run on. If they run on anything besides Trump, that'll probably be what they run on. But I don't think it's going to work. They're arguing about it now, what they're doing. I think it's going to end up putting them out in the cold, because I don't think they're going to get away with this. Everybody knows they don't give a piddly puck about it. A piddler's puck. So we're going to be hearing more about it. They're going to try to cut people away from their money. They're going to say that's the way to get out of it. That's what they're planning. But there is a little bit of new energy coming in from the Democrat side that if they listen to them, that could pull them out of this a little bit. But the government is going to have to make some changes, because money is slowed down so much, and it's really hurting the people to the point of being hungry and out in the streets. And what they're going to have to do, I don't know what they're going to have to do to wake these people up, but they're going to be walking away from them if they don't open up their eyes. And they're not going to get out and even back the Democrats. It's like they're just going to say, screw them all, if they don't start doing something to help these people. Because that's why everybody's so angry. Because they've been left out in the cold. Everything has gotten so high. And everybody's fighting among themselves, because the corporations just keep stirring the pot. That don't look at us. It's your next door neighbor who might have brown skins. That's why you don't have cheaper rent and more food to eat. It's just totally freaking ridiculous that people believe this shit, and you can't see them pitting us all against each other, because if they can pit us all against each other, then they have all the control. And that's exactly what they want, is all the control. So anyway, I don't know if that answered the question, but that's what came out of those cards. It looks like it's going to get worse before it gets better. I hate to say that. I know I went in the dollar store about a month ago, and they just happened to be marking up every price in there. They were like doubling it almost. And the hell of it is some of that stuff I wouldn't mind paying double for, because they got some products I just loved. I loved their Listerine substitute mouthwash, for instance. And it was a big bottle. But now they're not even carrying that brand. They not only raised all their prices, they stripped out all their brands and put in smaller portions and brands that I wouldn't even want. So it's back to the, you know, Walmart and Target for me even to buy that kind of stuff. And I've been buying it in the dollar store for years, but I'm not going to go in there and pay double for a bunch of crap. And Toby Sherwood, let me see what Toby wants here. Trump's crimes. Oh, where will he be after has been found guilty? They thought he might be in Guantanamo or something. Yeah, sure. Closest thing he's ever going to get to the jail is the nut house. Tell you that right now. I don't have to look at cards to tell you that. He'll say he's sick and dying or act. I don't know how he could act any freaking crazier than he is, but he will. He won't be in jail, I'll tell you that already. But let's see. They're wanting to know if Toby Sherwood, let me mark it out, wants to know when these people are found guilty, what are they going to do with them? What are they going to do with Trump and Trump's family when they're found guilty? It'd be nice to see a bunch of jail cards here. Some of his family might be in there, but let's go. I guess we should go with separate ones. We'll go with Trump across the top. The dad. Where's he going to go? Well, he's going to be maybe dead. I don't know. This is YouTube only. He's got the Ten of Swords in his back. He's got people coming at him from all over. All the crap he's been pulling for years. And now that it's opened up, it's going to go quick. It's going to go really, really quick. That's what's going on now. Things are finally starting to move, and it's just cascading. They're going to make him some kind of offer. Maybe it's to go away and keep his mouth shut and never talk politics again. Like he's going to do that. They need to put him in jail to do that. Well, if he gets justice, this is a justice card. That's the future for him. I'll come back and pull a clarifier over that later, but that's him. So let's go with daughter number 1, the princess. She's got judgment coming down on her quickly from the things she's done in the past. All her secrets are coming out. Look at this. This is the present. This is the challenge, is if she's going to be strong enough to get through with this. She might end up in the nut house. I don't think so. But anyway, she's one strong lady. But her life is over as she knows it. I don't think she'll ever just be running around on her own planes again, because I don't think they'll have money to put gas in them if they could keep the plane, if they don't get repossessed. So let's go Junior. Don Jr. He's already made a deal. I kept saying Ivanka's doing all the talking. Look at this. If he hasn't made a deal, he's right on the cusp of making one. With a bunch of people. There's stuff coming at him just like his dad from all over. Look at those cards. The challenge is he's not going to be able to be so smug. Probably have to give up buying his drugs, and that'll really put him on edge. Rid of his nose candy. But somebody throws some mercy his way. Probably because of the deal he makes. So I always thought Ivanka was going to be the one to get out of this by telling everything, but it looks like she might stay strong, and maybe it's a baby. I started to say baby brother, but I don't know which one of them is the youngest. I think Don's Junior's older than her. Although, who knows? Well, let's do Eric. God, he is a mess, isn't he? Well, we got the Page of Pentacles. He's probably already wrote a book. I think his brothers have or something. But is he going to do a tell-all or what? He's got some money coming in, filtering into him that I don't even think is family money. I don't know that. Maybe somebody's offering him a book deal or something already to tell everything he knows about the family. I don't know. He's such a whiny little bitch. I don't think he would. He's a real whiner, isn't he? I hadn't never paid that much attention to him, but I've seen some excerpts on one of the shows of all the different times he's sitting on these news shows, just whining like a 3-year-old instead of talking. So the challenge for him is he's involved in some overseas stuff that's gonna get him in trouble. And for somebody that took the fifth, what did they say, 500 times? He's going to be doing a lot of talking. So let's go down these like I used to instead of just across. If we go down on the first one we did for Trump, we got the swords in the back. This is the worst card in the deck as far as I'm concerned. This is bad health, bad luck, bad karma. It's everything catching up with you. Because judgment's coming after him, hard and heavy. He's going to try to make a deal so he can keep some of his money. And then we go to Ivanka. She's in a big hurry to even tell some secrets. That might get her out of some of these indictments, and might end up telling on her whole family, being the one to spill the beans. And then we'll go to Don Jr. He's hoping he'll get an offer, because right now he's still feeling strong because he's still so coked up. He thinks his daddy's going to protect him, thinks his daddy's got it. And it's not going to be very long until he's going to find out that they know a lot about all the overseas money and stuff. And then we go to Winnie, and we got a freaking frack. That's what I used to call him. We got justice coming down on him from the past. And at the present, he's falling apart already. I mean, he might have a few habits, too, that aren't quite as bad as, or whatever. Maybe he's not in as deep as his brother, but he's got some kind of problem with some kind of abuse, whatever. We all do. With mine, it was always food, but anyway, he's got something going on there. But he's going to be offered a hand to skate out of, shorten his term, do something, if he tells a lot of stuff that he knows. So I don't know. Don't show any of them in jail. It does show Trump had bad health both ways. So I don't know if that answers your questions, but as the energy changes, the cards change. Maybe we can read on that again in a couple of weeks and see what's going on there. And what else is on here? We got a Laura Debery. Oh, this is interesting. Will the DNC stop, RNC, not DNC, RNC stop paying for Trump's legal bills? She's got two questions. We'll answer that one first. Is the RNC going to stop? She wanted to know if they were going to stop paying for his legal bills. I'll just pull 2 or 3 cards for this. There's no reason to pull a bunch for this. Oh, I hope I can get my legs stronger by going to that gym. You don't even have to work that long. There's just things that I can't do by myself, that when you got the equipment you can do. So let's see. I was thinking about this too in the last 24 hours before I even read those. That was a new comment on there, even though it's been 10 days since I put a video out. It was a new comment. And it says, is the DNC going to stop, RNC, not DNC, going to start stop paying for Trump's legal defenses? They'll be broke. They won't have any money to run any candidates at the rate he's going. If they keep paying all his legal bills. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. My kids laugh when I hiccup. They tease me more about the sound I make when I yawn, but as long as I'm hiccuping and yawning, I'm still above ground. Not that I'm going in the ground. If they ever put me in the ground, I'll come back and haunt whoever did it. I've always wanted to be cremated, even before it was popular. God, we need to quit talking about those kind of things. So, are they going to stop paying his bills? I'm just going to draw 4 cards on this and see what's going on if anything comes up. Well, it looks like, yeah. Looks like they're going to desert the bully. I would say, yeah. They're getting tired of this. They're going to stop. I don't need to draw anymore. This is good enough. That's them deserting the bully. So yes, they are. They're going to get tired and they're going to stop. But we're going to be hearing about that before very long. And then we got another one here by Dizzy Broad. Oh, me and her get along good. My son always called me the crazy lady, and the crazy lady and the Dizzy Broad should be good. So, okay, she wants to know if Kelly McEnany, who was a White House secretary, we know, yeah, most people know that. She mentioned that Trump said that she never lied. But the only thing wrong with that is when somebody never opens up their mouth without lying and they say somebody never lies, should you trust them? But anyway, it says, oh, they wanted to know if she was going to talk, if she was going to be one of their good witnesses. I can't remember what, I seen her name and seen that, but I didn't see what she asked. I think she asked if she was going to be a helpful witness for this January 6th stuff. She might bury them all. Look at this. So it's yes. I don't have to draw. I don't have to draw any more cards on her. She's going to be a very valuable witness. She might just throw them all under the bus. Maybe she already has. Interesting. Let's see how much information comes through from her when all this stuff starts getting exposed. And the next one, this is fun, is from Laura Carlson. I think it's Laura Carlson. I can't read my own writing, Laura, and excuse me if I'm wrong on this. I really can't read my own writing. I don't know what it says. Oh, is Barr going to get away with all the lies he told and all the crap he did for? Is he going to get off scot-free? Let's do one on Barr, Bill Barr. Let's do a long readout on him here. This is fun. I think that's the last one. So is Bill Barr going to get away with this? With all the crap he did. He got away with it last time when the first Bush was in office. So he got away with his crap. That's why Trump put him in there. Because of all the crap he did for Bush's. Okay, let's see. Is Bill Barr going to get away with this? Bill Barr, what's going on with you? Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what his horoscope says, because I got the Empress, the Life Giver, the Earth Mother, and that damn sure ain't him, but that's a signifier. So he's going to try to really change his stripes and come across like he's really helping. I think that's what's going on with that card. He might even tell him where some of the money is. This is weird. He might even tell him where some of the money is hidden to help him get out of there. And there's probably a lot of hidden money. It looks like he is going to cooperate and try to look like a good guy before this is over. Let's see. God, what an asshole he is. But I don't think it's going to work. Look at this. This is the past influence on the present. He just tore down too many bridges and did too many evil stuff. So I don't think he's going to get away with it. That's the influence on this reading, is that he'll be lucky if he don't go to jail. So there's a lot more. They've got a lot more on him than we even know. A whole lot more. It's the first jail card to come up. He's going to make him an offer. Maybe that's why the money is, it's like him showing him where the money's at. So there's some money put back. I don't know. I don't think he'd been on that inauguration money. That's the biggest. Well, who knows what the biggest is, but that was a big bunch of money. He got paid off, but it doesn't look like he got big money. It's more like prestige and just rooked into it. And once you're glues, Trump reminds me of one of those mouse traps that the mice get caught in and tear their own arms off and stuff, trying to get out of. The ones that's supposed to be where you can take them out and turn them loose, but the stuff's so sticky that they've chewed their arms and legs off already, from what I understand, to get out of them. So that's kind of reminds me of Trump, and maybe he just got so close that's what happened. But he was an asshole to start with. See, look at all these coins. It's all about the money. There's another money card. And this is a mercenary. So he didn't care how much he lied, cheated, or who got killed, or how many people died of the pandemic, as long as he was keeping the boss happy and getting his payoffs. He was always told what to do. Always. And before it's all over, he's going to feel really foolish for doing that. I'm going to draw one more for a clarifier, because I've got kind of the gel card up here at the top. Yeah. The law's coming down on him. I don't know what he did that we don't know. I mean, we know what he did. He should be in jail the rest of his life, but with his age and everything and all of his money, and you know what happens to white guys with money. But anyway, it looks like the law, jail. He does try to make a deal to tell him where the money's buried. But I don't think he can stop the tower from coming down on him, because he was in on most of these plans until it came right down to the end. He pulled out when he knew he could go to jail for what was going on. It was a really foolish thing for him to do. But I keep saying that I'm so mad at Merrick Garland, but I think maybe he is doing something, because Biden keeps coming through in these, and it's not him personally, so maybe it's his administration that's coming through with an offer pretty quick. I don't know. There's some kind of offer involved in this. But here's the mercenary and here's the money. Don't ask me why the Empress came out first. I'll have to think about that. Let me look at this card. Bar and the Empress. Take from the poor, give to the rich. Well, the hardest thing he's going to be fighting for is to keep his secrets buried. But he will be disgraced. And from the rest of those cards, it looked like he might go to jail. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So anyway, and I do that. I throw paper away from me so I don't grab the wrong ones. And then when I want to say something, I can't. No, it's on the other ones. Anyway, child poverty rose 17% in 1 month. Democrats ought to be so happy about letting that bill get reversed. Sometimes I just want a third party. Third progressive party that's going to go in and look out for the people. I don't know. The founders were terrified things were going to get like this if they'd only had 2 parties. They wanted more parties. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys all go for tonight. It's really getting late, and I'm going to try to get one of these videos up. And I'm going to put some pictures on the front of this one and the pictures on the one right in front of it. Some of my stuff from Florida. I didn't take that many pictures. Should have taken more pictures. Anyway, love you all. And I hope the week gets better. I know today wasn't a good one. It felt like somebody took a lot of stress off of me. Maybe it's because this thing finally got started. You know, when it's like having the guillotine hanging over your head, not knowing really what Putin's got in mind. But now we know what he's going to do. He's going to start a freaking war. But anyway, we'll read on that next time I read. And I love you all. And have a good day, and have or good night whenever you see this. And God bless you all, and namaste. Night now.